I always see female rappers as the bold, the brash, you know what I mean? Like, let me tell y'all, like, where did that like the swagger come from? Like,
That's the Dade County 305, born and raised. That's as saucy, it's sassy, it's fly, it's just fierce, like just real bossy.
yeah.
And that's Miami. That's just the Miami.
If there's any other city that I can kind of compare to Atlanta in regards to how it's kind of sectioned off, this is heavily opinionated. It's Miami because you got Fort Lauderdale, you got
Beach.
Palm Beach. There's so many areas in so close proximity. But in Atlanta, you got Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 6. You know, it's Atlanta, but there's certain sectors of it that, you know, you cross the street, you in, you know, this particular area. You know, you cross another street, you in East Point. You cross another street, then you in College Park. So how was that like growing up for you? Is from the high school to just finding yourself and also just representing a city of like Miami?
Growing up, Miami, the real Miami, Liberty City, Dade County, like this is the hood of Miami. So when you come to Miami, if you have not been to Liberty City, you have not really been to Miami. Because that's the real Miami, not South Beach, not Miami Beach. That's the bougie part of Miami. So growing up, Liberty City, the hood, that whole thing is just, that's how I grew up. But this is our big, gigantic city. And so once you grew up in Miami, you grew up in Liberty City, you automatically kind of like proclaimed a name.
Yeah.
People know who you are. Everywhere you go, they know who you are because you are from the Miami, like 62nd Street, 15th Avenue, like that's Miami. And that was me. That was my upbringing, my growing up, from elementary, junior high, senior high, graduated. And once I got, you know, like teenager, like maybe like 18, 19 or whatever, I was able to go to like South Beach. That's when I started seeing a different part of Miami. Because where we from is nothing like when, you know, people come from out of town and come to Miami, they on the beach and they having a good time. No, I don't even really go to the beach, like in Miami, because I'm from there. But like growing up, once I was able to, you know, cross and go over to that part, I was like, okay, so this is a whole different area. So now I'm growing up, I'm seeing stuff, I'm learning different. So now I'm seeing different. Now I'm hanging over here. Now these are the areas you want to go out, you want to hang out. But you still got to know that that's not the...
For sure. Who impacted you the most growing up in such a vast city? Because when I go to Miami, you see a lot. You see the Cubans, you see a whole melting pot. It's a lot.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, the Zoes, I mean, it's just...
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
But
when you come to Atlanta, you either go see black or white, you know, for the most part, predominantly black. But growing up, what shifted your mind to say like, okay, this is what I'm being drawn to?
I mean, because I always, even though I grew up and I came from Miami, and I'm in the city of Miami, I was always able to do whatever I wanted to do. My mom owned like a beauty district of like beauty hair products, all this kind of stuff that women have. She was like the first black woman in Miami to have that. Yeah. And then she became a hairdresser and she had like a lot of salons. So we moved out of like, you know, where we grew up at, but I didn't care about that. I still needed to be in Miami, like in Liberty City. But I always just moving and just seeing different. Like when you move out in the outskirts, it don't look the same as the city. The houses don't look the same. You don't see the projects. You don't see all apartments. You just see homes and like gated communities. And that's cool. That was to live, but it's like we're going to the city because that's where the action is at. That's where it's happening at. That's the life. But I was able to like distinct decide the two of what I wanted to. Okay, I'm from here, but when I get old enough and I'm able to move out my mom's house and do what I want to do, I want to live over here.
Yeah.
I want to go to this area now. I want to eat at this restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it, you know, I always hang out and went back to the city, but I just wanted to be different outside of that growing up.